Welcome back to Let's Play Dwarf Fortress. Maybe the main news this time is that most of my liquid engineering is done. Here is the place where we are going to build our hospital later, but we don't have it yet. And we have a well in here. Below the well, we have lots of water. The water comes in through here from the river through iron wall breaks, through these floodgates, which we can use to cut off the water if we need to at some point. I don't think of the need to what they are there anyway. And after that, the water goes down in here and out to the edge of the map. So that's our well. Then we have farm what's in here. And I routed water from the river. Here we have floodgate. I routed water from the river so that I got mud on the floor. And then when I had mud on the floor, I built farm what's in here. So that's there. Also, here is our trap room, where there's lots of traps where enemies can die. And I have built this flushing system for the trap room. There's like iron wall grate, then floodgate, and another iron wall grate. And I can use this to put water through this channel so that water goes down here through these iron wall grates so that blood and body parts go through the wall grates and only loot that the enemies leave behind stays in here. And again, the water goes to the edge of the map and disappears here. There's still one thing that I'm doing now, and it's actually in here. It's on level 32. I'm going to mine almost everything off from this level. And I'm going to later put water through here so that all of these floors are going to be muddied. And when I have mud on the floor, I can later have fungiwood tree farm in here. To get the fungiwood tree farm, we need to puncture road to the caves where fungiwood normally grows. When we have punctured the way to the caves, then the seeds of the fungiwood tree will spread to all of our fortress. And if there are any areas that can support life, fungiwood will start growing there. So, when I get this huge area for growing fungiwood, basically my worry is about how much wood I have will be gone. So that's the plan. It will of course take more time for the dwarves to mine all of this. So it's something that we just have to let them do. But I have a kind of good feeling about this one. And I think that in here I have designed already a this stairwell that goes down all the way to level 20. I'm sure that we are going to encounter the caves before level 20, but at some point we have to mine deeper. We have to strike deeper. And that's what we're going to do. And I'm sure that the caves are filled with many kinds of monsters, but I hope that the monsters will just walk in here and try to attack my base through here, so that they walk to all of these traps and basically die in the traps. That's at least the plan. So I'm going to mine a road in here, and in that way, we are going to puncture the caves. So that's it basically for the current situation. And I think that we have plenty of food, we have plenty of drink, we have lots of seeds. I think our situation is basically pretty good. So let's give the dwarves some time to start mining. And let me quickly check that when we have miners, they should be doing only mining. And I think that we have 5 pigs. And we have one miner in here who doesn't have a pig yet. Let me fix that. Yes, Hylas the miner, who should be also mining. Yes. Okay. So now the miners should start mining. And I'm hoping that in addition to building the tree farm, we are going to get lots of stone and lots of like metal ore and maybe some gems and that kind of stuff from the level which we are going to mine. So that's what we are going to do. The miners are already working. So, yeah. In short time, they are going to start mining deep in the level. Was it 32? I think that it was 32. Yes. Yeah, we have lots of skilled miners, so they are doing good work in here. And I think that we also have lots of fowlers. We should check the situation with the fowlers. Actually, let me check it in here. Like we have like these fowlers who actually should only fowl stuff, because we are going to get lots of stone and lots of other valuable stuff that needs to be hauled to the stockpiles. So let's get the haulers to work with that. So yeah. And of course, when we at some point have built like all of the channels through the stone that we want. We need to block a way in here so that the water doesn't get into our fortress before we open this floodgate. And we are going to build floodgates somewhere in here so that we can fill sub level 32 with water, and so that after it's filled, the water doesn't spill to our main fortress, basically. Actually, let me design something. Let me design this. Yeah. So we can have place for lever. So we can put lever in here, and then we can put floodgates in here, and the lever can open and close the floodgates. And actually, let me put also another lever, because we also need lever for the level 32's floodgates, which block the water from going out of the level, so that we can fill the level totally full of water before we let the water go out. So this should be it. Lever in here can open and close these floodgates, and these in here will be lever which opens and closes like the exit floodgates on level 32. Yes. Yeah. And I understand that this is very long tunnel, which is kind of silly, but we have to have it to do what I want. And I really feel that our tree farm in here is going to be very nice when we manage to build it. It will take some time, but it will get built. And if you do this, we have these pillars in this room. And well, I think that the pillars wouldn't be absolutely necessary, because I think that only sand collapses if it doesn't have enough support nearby. But I still feel that it's good idea to have some pillars, like in that kind of like large rooms. If nothing else, I think it looks nice. Let me quickly make sure that all of the grazing animals are on the pasture. That's something that you need to check. You need to check sometimes. Yes, we have a couple of animals that need to be on the pasture. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Cheesemaker is taken by Feymore. Let's hope that we have everything that the cheesemaker wants. They have taken Craftswolf's workshop. Is it still here? Yeah. They probably She probably soon start to wonder about the work they are doing. And I think that they are gathering lots of different things for their construction. They have like some gems and I think some wood and what are they saying? It's working furiously. I think that he got everything that they needed. Digging cancelled dump store located. Where was that? Where was that? Where is the dump stone? Ritual. There shouldn't be any dump store in here. Let's see if we can check. Where is the dump stone? Where's the dump rough here in our wall? Oh yes, it's actually like one level below our water channel. Yes, I have to do some changes in here, actually. Yes, I have to do some changes. Yeah. So I have to go in here and I have to remove. Let's see. Yeah. Yes. I have to remove all of this. And I think it goes all the way to the edge of the map. Well. Yes. Yeah. So it's here. And it's actually I need to put it even wider so that we don't dig any gemstone. And same should happen also in here where we have like this fruit. Yeah, I didn't think about it. But we are not going to be digging around this gemstone. Wait a minute. Let's see. So in here, and actually, it must be a bit more south. A bit more south. Let's see. It should be. Yeah, I guess that's good enough. Yeah. Yeah, it's good that I got worrying about the damp stone because I totally forgot about like the water in here. Yeah. Well, it is what it is. And let's see. The water's going to come in here. So I guess that we can. Let's see. And we can actually dig this. Wait a minute. So maybe I'll have like root somewhere in here. Just a bit narrower. Thin. I keep on kicking the wrong tile. it would be taking the wrong tile. Like it's something like this. Okay, maybe even before the walls. And we can get the water to go out somewhere in here, I think. Yeah, it doesn't make it look as neat as it might now that we have like these big walls to deal with the fact that we have damp stone, but this just has to do. This just has to do. Yeah. It's good that they warn you about the damp stone, so that you don't, by mistake, puncture the bottom of your waterways. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I knew that there's like the bottom of my well in here. They made aluminum earring. Well, why not? Why not? Okay. So, we are doing this huge mining project, and we are hoping that we can put mud on all of the squares on this level when it first be mined. So, with the mud, we can get the trees growing. Yeah, it kind of looks a bit silly that we have like this huge areas of not mining, but actually I'll even remove this area. So yeah. So like, let's see. I feel that the top one is also going to have stone. Let's see. Here, yeah, it's good enough. It's good enough. And down here, it should be good enough. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be very low the project. We have some tetrahedrite in here. No hematite so far. I actually hope that we find more hematite somewhere in here, but I don't know. There may be or maybe not. Yeah. Yeah, it's good that they warned about the damp stone, because otherwise our base would have been flooded, and that wouldn't have been good. It would basically have been the end of the fortress if we had punctured the bottom of the waterways. But yeah. It should be good now. Should be good now. Yeah. And in here we wouldn't have got that warning, because there's no water at the moment here. But there will be water when we flush out like blood and body parts from our trap system once we have managed to kill some enemies. But yeah, now it should be good. What's the situation in here? Yeah, something's not been progressing. But I think that we have already made lots of progress in here. And well, we have some tetrahedrite, but I have not seen any gems in here. And in here, what we have in here, we actually have hematite in here. That's very nice. That's actually very nice. Because we can make iron from the hematite. And we actually need more iron. So, it's good news that we have some hematite in here. Yeah. But this is going to be a very long-term project. Very long-term project. And I'm not 100% sure that like every fortress needs this kind of tree farm. It's not 100% necessary, but I feel that it's good idea to have it, basically. Yeah, we should have enough howlers to move all of the stuff that we carve in here. Let's see. Yeah, our miners are mostly working. Some fowlers are not working at the moment, but like watching some pottery demonstrations and that kind of stuff, but at least some of them are working. Yeah, I have noticed that when the fortresses get bigger, it's actually quite normal that the wolves tend to get lazier. They start doing some elvish stuff, like listening to poetry and that kind of things, instead of working. But let's hope that enough of them work so that we don't get too much problems with the people not working. And let's also quickly check our army. What are the people in our army doing? Let's see. They are all doing individual combat drills. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay at the moment. We need to make more weapons and more armor so that we can get more people to the army. But first we need to get more hematite so that we can get more iron. And when we have more iron, we can start making more weapons and more armor. And that's what we are doing at the moment. Yeah, very large areas need to be left alone because of the waterways. But I guess that's how it has to go. That's the way it has to go. Okay, I think that this was enough for this episode. See you in the next one.